I'm going to show you how to make $10 million day trading the election tomorrow. But before I do, I need you to smash that subscribe button with a serious authority. We're putting out videos every other day at this point, providing value after value. You do not want to miss it. Smash that subscribe button. Also, guys, there's a link down in the description for Discord. I'm doing a masterclass December 7th going over market profile from initial balance to point of control to value area. You do not want to miss it. Link down in the description. Join Discord. Last but not least, if you want to get a funded account without going through evaluations, link down in the description for Tradify. You can buy an account now, earn money tomorrow. With that said, let's get in the video, man. So a couple things to note. I have some data points right here to help you make that $10 million on the elections and how to day trade it. I have some data points to show you. This is going to help you out a little bit. Volume tends to remain steady on election day. It goes from about 0.72x to about 1.05x of the average daily volume, with gold being the highest levels and treasuries the lowest. All right. Now, if we go to volume spikes after 6 p.m. on election day. So on election day, tomorrow, after 6 p.m., that extends into the following session, volume tends to jump and surge. You get about 1.23x and about 3.47x of the average daily volume, with the most significant increase observed in treasury futures, right? So if we go down to this chart here, you can see that on the ES, on election day, it goes from 100% to about 152%. You can see on the diagram here, right? To about 152% on the ES. Now, if we go over to the NQ, on election day, it goes from 100% to about 151%, which is illustrated right here. This is for the 2020 election, the previous election. You can see all of these previous from the others. Look at Trump's 2016 election. Look at the spikes here. That's just insane to me. Now, imagine that if Trump wins, how much it could spike like this again, right? Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, because this was after the election the next day, 413% on gold. That is mind-blowing, all right? So you have to be very, very, very careful when trading this, because if we get anything like these numbers, if Trump wins, the price and the fluctuations are going to be absolutely insane, right? So you have to pay attention and have to be careful if you intend on trading this, okay? This is super important right here too, right? This higher volume doesn't always equal greater liquidity. Wider price swings on election night and the next day compared to the entire month of November suggest that increased volume may not guarantee better liquidity. For all products analyzed, there is a broader price range on election day and the day after, indicating a higher likelihood of wider spreads during the election period, which can reduce the liquidity of contracts. So in these charts, we're going to go over this. So this is the high and low in ticks. This is the difference between the daily high and the daily low prices expressed in ticks. All right. So for the ES, high and low in ticks, you look at just November, right? Then you go into the election day. Right? You see a wider price range between the daily high and the daily low in prices. And remember, this is in ticks. Look at the next day. All right. This is where a lot of people are going to get wrecked, because the price range on the daily high and the daily low is much, much greater. We're looking at about 650, close to 650 ticks on the average, the daily high and the daily low, right? So that's something you want to pay attention to for next day. Going to gold, not as much of a difference next day, but something you still want to pay attention to. Now, the most liquid contracts, this is something I want to talk about too, right? The most liquid contracts are the ES, the NASDAQ, gold, crude oil, and treasuries, right? Those are things you want to watch during the election because they are the most liquid. They are going to be moving a ton. So if you're going to trade, be sure to watch those because the market's going to be absolutely insane. So with all of that said, and all the data points thrown at you, during the election day, volume will tend to be steady. It's not going to be too drastic, or it may not be too drastic. It could be. I'm not saying it isn't going to be drastic. I'm just saying it's a little more, history tends to show that volume is a little more stable on election day versus when it get to that after 6 p.m. on election day, when to the extended hours, right, of trading, when that new trading day hits, so to speak, that's when volume tends to surge. as we get closer and closer and closer to a presidential elect being nominated, okay, or winning, so to speak, right? So something to pay attention to. Honestly, and this is my opinion, right? This is my opinion and my opinion only. You do you, boo-boo. You do exactly what you want to do, okay? I don't care. You do what you want. But for me personally, it ain't worth trading it because it probably, chances are, you're going to blow up and you're going to get wrecked, right? Unless you intend to just blow some money, you want to get lucky, maybe fund an account and just YOLO it and hope for the best, or go through a prop firm and get some accounts and just YOLO it and hope for the best. Do you, right? But you're probably going to blow up unless you get it right. And that's when you make your $10 million day trading the election. I ain't going to trade it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be streaming it right here on YouTube, probably the entire time of the trading of the election day and the next day and probably the day after. I will probably be streaming it the entire time. So if you want to see that, make sure to smash that subscribe button with serious authority, like I said in the beginning of the video. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.